Hey guys, Jeff here with my trades for Thursday, July 14th. If you don't know, those trades are part of a challenge I created in which I want to duplicate this demo account from 10,000 to 20,000, and I expect the account to grow exponentially as long as I keep a high winning rate, of course, and that has to do with the strategy I'm using, which I'll be discussing a little bit. So far I have a 80% winning rate, which is pretty nice, and I started this challenge on Monday, actually on July 11th, but unfortunately I was still looking for a program to record my trades, so I don't have them here to show. You can see, however, the trades listed here in the MetaTrader. So this is actually going to be my first video. So here in the MetaTrader you can see the trades I took on the 11th until today, Friday. Although this video is going to show the trades I took yesterday, so the 14th, so from here to here, right? The things that I would like to point out here is that the biggest losses I had was, like, for example, this 48 and 45, 48 and 25. Those were losses I had because I had I left the trades open and I was not on the computer managing them. So he ended up hitting my take profit. But if I was at the computer, I would actually have managed and had smaller losses. So for example, I did have some losses like $13 and $5 because, you know, sometimes the trade goes against you. You cannot predict the future. So it happens. But those big hits I got end up hurting. You know, I could have more profit than I had, which I'm going to show in a little bit. But yeah, so it's very important that when you do your trading, you stay on top of it. You know, I don't like to rely on EAs or indicators or any of that because, you know, we never know what's going to happen with the market, especially after the Brexit. And there's a lot of, you know, low interest rate going on in the world right now. So the market is very volatile. So it's better to, you know, keep everything on check. But since this was a demo account, and the trade that was actually going in my favor, I thought my stop loss would never get hit. But this is to show that, you know, we need to be on top of it and pay attention, have our mindset, you know, set to win. So a little bit about my strategy. I basically use 3 moving averages and Heiken Ashi candles. My take profits are usually split into 3 parts: 1-to-1, 1-to-2, and 1-to-3 risk reward. My stop loss is the highest or lowest point of the previous swing, and after that I trail them following the trend. Just one thing, some trades, especially I think Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I was still doing some tests. So on those trades, I didn't really use the same split for all of them. So you're gonna see that more on Thursday and Friday trades. So the ones I took yesterday, the ones I took today. And I'm going to be sticking to those. I ran those tests, but it didn't satisfy me very much. So I think those any losses that you can have can be compensated by, you know, having a higher risk to reward, of course. So I have an Excel file here that I use to keep track of my progress. So again, my initial capital is 10,000. I'm risking 0.5% of the initial capital, which is $50 risk per trade, and I'm also risking 4.5% of the profit that I have. So far, including yesterday, Thursday, so today's video and my today trades, I have about $500 profit. So 4.5% of that, more or less $21.56. So the maximum I'm willing to risk per trade is $71.56. So here's where I type the stop loss, and it gives me the lot based in what I'm willing to risk on that trade. My average win ratio so far is 82%. Here I put my entry price and gives me the 3 splits that I was talking about, my 3 take profit. So on Monday I made $162. Tuesday I made $37. Wednesday was very bad. I was testing indicators to see if anything could help me. And I had those trades that I was talking about that I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't on the computer. So 47, 55, 45, 48. Please do not do that. If we remove those trades from there, I would probably be, you know, in a very well position. So Thursday, the trades I took yesterday, pretty much they were all successful. You know, 2 exceptions here in the beginning and at the end. And today was pretty good as well. So one thing to keep in mind is, as you can see, I didn't do so well here in early in the morning. Usually I start trading at 7 a.m. New York time, but as soon as you know, the London time, the London market and the New York market joins together, it becomes very volatile. So it can make you a lot of money. As you can see here, Monday actually worked pretty well, but you can also lose. So be aware of that. You know, maybe use smaller lots to compensate for that. So here I have a 100% win on Monday, 82% win on Tuesday, 62% on Wednesday. Again, my mistakes there. 86% on Thursday, and this morning I traded from 7 a.m. to 12 a.m. Yep. So that was about 5 hours. Made 181 dollars. So far I have almost $500 in profit. And then here you have the average win per trade, which doesn't really matter. So yeah, so this is my Excel file where I'm gonna keep track. So at the end of each video, I'm gonna show the progress here. So with that being said, let's go and show the trades I took yesterday then. All right, see you in a bit.